Yo, what's going on guys? Arekkz here. Welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter Rise. And today, of course, was Capcom's digital event and they spoke about both Monster Hunter Stories 2 and also Monster Hunter Rise. I will, of course, much like last time, speak more about Monster Hunter Stories 2 in a later video, but kind of top level. They dropped a new trailer, which again, looks awesome. Like, the more I see of this game, the more excited I get for it. And in this, they also kind of gave us a little gameplay showcase on how you go about catching or, obtaining your monsties, which, if you've played the first game, is of course very similar. You go around the world, there are dens, you go there and collect your eggs, you hatch those eggs, there are rare dens for rarer monsters, and they also spoke about the Rite of Channeling, which is basically the mechanic whereby you can transfer abilities and genes from one monster to the other to give them abilities they otherwise wouldn't have. Think fire-breathing Lagombi, or an Azeroth using the ability from the Fated 4. Basically, it's pretty cool, and that's where the customization comes in. So we'll speak more about that later on. But in the Monster Hunter Rise trailer, of course, they gave us information on Update 3.0. And first things first, I am so incredibly excited because Valstrax is back. This time it is Crimson Glow Valstrax. That is, of course, the focal monster this time around. In fact, on the monster front this time around, unless they're keeping some secrets, unless there's stuff they haven't spoken about, admittedly, last time when they did that, they said, and more. They didn't say that this time around, which makes me think maybe not. But regardless, Crimson Glow Valstrax is the main new monster in this update, and honestly, it looks fantastic. If any of you guys never played Generations Ultimate and you didn't fight this monster, then all I'm going to say is you are in for a fantastic experience. It is the Gurren Lagann monster, it is the Jet Booster monster. The armor set, quite literally, at least it used to, essentially looks like Gurren Lagann from the anime. So, I love that. And previously, the weapons for this monster were kind of unique because they had like a massive chunk of red sharpness and then white sharpness. So you go straight from white to red. Whether they kept that the same thing will, of course, remain to be seen. We didn't get to see the weapons. We didn't get to see the armor. But we did, of course, get to see some snippets of it in action. And it's looking super cool. Of course, Crimson Glow is a variant version. So it is not the base Valstrax from Generations Ultimate. This is a new version. And they said the new version will also have some new attacks. So I cannot wait to sort of see how it plays out in combat. But basically, if you're fighting this monster, just be careful when it takes to the sky. However, on top of that, there is also a new Apex monster. We have Apex Zinogre, which is basically Gold Thunder Zinogre. Again, it's basically bringing over some deviants, albeit not by name. And this one, you can fight both in Rampages and in regular quests. In fact, as of this update, you'll then be able to fight all the Apexes in their standalone quests. So also Diablos and Rathalos will also be going out into their regular own quests, so you don't have to fight them just in Rampages. And of course, outside of that, the other main thing for this update is the culmination to the story. They didn't say much, we didn't get to sort of see any gameplay. They said, of course, we will have to do the quest ourselves to find out in game, but you do, of course, see Ibushi and Nawa flying together over that sort of final area. So quite whether they merge into some sort of final boss or whether we just fight them together in sort of a duo boss fight will, of course, remain to be seen, but that will be the culmination of the story, so I can't wait to see that. However, on top of that, while they are the only new sort of monsters they spoke about, there are, of course, some other updates coming as well. They said there will be new weapon trees, new armor sets, new layered armor, and new items. They said there will also be new skills and Rampage skills, of course, most likely tied to Valstrax armor, but maybe they added some more stuff in. We'll, of course, have to wait and see. And they also said in the description that Rampage weapons, you'll be able to use materials to change their appearance, which basically makes it sound like weapon transmog is coming back. However, based on the way they wrote it here, it sounds like it's just for Rampage weapons. Whether they'll expand that later on to other weapons, again, will of course remain to be seen. But for the time being, it seems like at least Rampage weapons, you can change the look of them, which I'm perfectly happy about because Rampage weapons are really cool when you upgrade them. There's a lot of customization, but they do look a little bit boring. So if we can then take them and make them look awesome, I'm down with that. On top of that, they said there will of course also be some DLC. This will be the stuff that you can buy from the shop. There is a couple of new voice packs, Yomogi and Iori. And of course on top of that, there will also be some layered armor sets. There are some poses, some stickers, some face paints, some hair, still no beards, and also some costumes for your Kahoot. However, after that, they also gave us a quick look at the roadmap. Now, keep in mind, moving forward, it seems like, at least from the roadmap they've shown so far, they haven't got any call-outs specifically for new monsters. It seems like they're focusing now more so on event quests, whether that means, just same monsters, or whether they do intend to add more monsters in the sort of future event quests. Again, we don't know yet. We'll have to wait till we get closer. But as it currently stands, they said mid-June, so I would imagine in a couple of weeks' time, there will be a Capcom collaboration And the first one for this will let you get Tsukino, the Palico outfit from Monster Hunter Stories 2 for your Palico. That's kind of cool. They of course said then towards the end of June there will be more DLC and more event quests. Again, keep in mind when they say DLC, that's eShop stuff. Event quests are of course stuff in game. I do hope the event quests start getting to the point where they start giving us like cool armor and not just like some of the small things we get up until now, because that's some of the stuff that I look forward to the most in Monster Hunter. I want some collaborations between other games. I want the Zelda stuff. Come on, bring it our way. However, following on from there, they then said later on in the year there'll also be more collabs and more event quests coming. So that is essentially our roadmap for the time being. But as and when we get closer, we'll of course, get more details on that. So for the time being, that's what you have to look forward to. But tomorrow is when the update goes live. I probably should have said that at the beginning of the video. Basically, May 27th, tomorrow, the update is live. So they haven't given us an exact time, but if you look at how it happened last time, it's probably going to be somewhere around sort of midnight. Probably, I don't know, 10, 12 hours from when you're watching this video, give or take, maybe less. Either way, it's live tomorrow. So we get to hunt Valstrax, we get to take on the final boss, complete the story. It's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, that's it for the time being. Of course, do keep it locked. We'll have plenty of videos for you tomorrow and for the rest of the week. So do not miss them. I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you want to catch more from us at Arekkz Gaming, don't forget you can catch the guys 269 and Paradise Central streaming over on Twitch weekdays, playing a variety of games. If you guys want to jump in, tune in, watch, and even join in, then make sure you check them out. The links to those are in the description box down below. And of course, you can join the Discord to get involved in all of the discussions.